Hey guys, Coach Moore here, going over week 2 of Osiris, the program formerly known as Speedman, program formerly disguised as the program Summer Shred. So 3 iterations of this program. It is on brand if you go look up Speedman and Osiris, but it's a long joke. You'll get it if you check it out or you watch Tropic Thunder. Either way. All right, so week 2. Nothing really changes too much this week. Well, actually a lot changes. So all of our primary exercises, we're staying in the same range. So a press is a press, a pull is a pull, a squat is a squat, but we're gonna see a variety with those exercises. One of the main focuses of this cycle is we're not working off traditional 1-rep maxes. You guys are basically determining your loads going into it. That's why we're doing the auto-regulation component on the last round, which is the max reps. And keep in mind, after week 1, or like I talked about in week 1, we've got max reps for 2 different reasons. On our primary lifts, it's to determine load. So when you go on those max reps, we're doing 9s this week. So for the 1 1/4 back squat, the 1 1/4 bench press, when you go for max reps on those exercises, you should be able to get about 10, 11 reps in there. And we're not going to total failure, going to technique failure. The other max reps we're doing is with our complex training. Those are burnout reps. So you can take those to failure. They're all going to be they're all accessory exercises we're taking to max reps. So not only can you take those to failure, you can actually short those reps. So we're doing leg extensions. If you can imagine my fingers, your legs, and you're able to get these good ones, and then you start to fatigue and you're doing something like this, as long as you're getting that good muscular burn, I'm good with it. Same thing with push-ups or any chest, back, shoulder exercise. Short range of motion, provided the muscle burns and the joint doesn't hurt, stick with it. And that's kind of our rule with this whole thing. The other thing I want you guys to think about, if you are tempted to add load on any of these exercises, I wouldn't ever add reps and add load. We're kind of burning the candle at both ends there. But if you are tempted to add load, and this actually happened to me the other day on military press, I went up in weight from 30-pound dumbbells to 35-pound dumbbells, and I was doing them. 30-pound dumbbells, my shoulders were on fire. 35-pound dumbbells, my shoulder actually started to ache. So if you're starting to get joint pain instead of muscular burn, we're seeing diminishing returns on that exercise. So it's better to drop back down in weight, and then the power of the controlled descent and the pause comes back into play. So these are tools for you guys to use in perpetuity, no matter when you're training. This basically gives you a lot of ownership over your training. It keeps you safe, but ultimately our goal with this is we should have like maximal muscular burn, the pump, like the pump is fucking real. That's what I want you to think about. Very little joint pain. If we're starting to feel joint pain, then we need to work in a different direction because we're not seeing the gains that we could potentially see. The other big thing, we are still doing our 2 breathing heavy days. This week it's going to be Tuesday and Thursday. They are going to be complementary. Well, the Tuesday session is complementary to the lifts. So the lifts that you were starting with, you're revisiting those lifts in the work capacity. And remember, the work capacity is not a race for our purposes right now. For our purposes right now, we want you to load relatively heavy and we want it to burn. So if you have to rest, not because you're breathing heavy, but because your muscles are burning, that's what we're looking for. If you have to rest because you're breathing heavy, the weight's probably too light. If you race through this and you just feel like you just fucking blew it out, that's not really the goal right now. That being said, if that's what you want to do, if that makes your heart happy, by all means. But again, you're seeing less benefit from the program. Outside of that, there's not a whole lot difference in what we're doing today. Again, exercises are just a means to an end from us. We're trying to show you guys a good amount of variety with these exercises. And also, we're in a cut in the gym. So we're basically just trying to hit as many muscle groups as we can. So we're not seeing anything lag behind. Again, anytime we're trying to do any kind of cut, we're trying to lose as much fat while maintaining as much muscle as possible. So even if you're just doing hypertrophy, you're trying to do a gain, you'll still see all the same benefits from this. With those regards, we're trying to just keep on as much muscle as possible, put on a little bit more, and that variety of exercises will make sure that you're getting stimulated on all ends. But ultimately, pretty fun stuff. Fatiguing, yes, but all the good things. This is why I got into training. I love to lift weights. What we're doing with this cycle is we're lifting weights with our homies, talking a bunch of shit. It's a good time. If you don't have anybody to talk shit to, reach out to me. I'll talk shit to you. All right, that's week 2 of Osiris. If you've got questions about any individual programs, please call me. If you have not watched Tropic Thunder, that is your homework to do. If you outside of that, train hard, be safe, enjoy it.